Alright guys, today we're moving on to high tier. Remember, this is tier list, both my own, Korean's opinion, on how these characters can do in a competitively valuable setting. Much different from playing at home, much different from online, but you can still get the references, you know. You kind of get the gist of how strong a character is or isn't, and that's the most important thing. And starting today, we're going to go with Jigglypuff. Now,
sleeper pick.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right? So, Jigs, like, one of the main reasons Jigs is here is just insane air mobility. Like, dagger is pretty much a sword hitbox. And, like, up throw rest is, like, still insane. This is melee, right?
No, wrong game. This is ultimate.
So she doesn't have up throw rest anymore?
No.
Why not?
Out.
It was pretty fair.
It's done. It's out. Back air sucks.
We didn't even have a ledge grab limit. Like,
yeah,
why would they nerf that?
I think we might have to downgrade Jigs actually. Just a couple.
Okay.
A lot down.
So, let's just leave you here for now. I think that's a good idea. Just to save you a little bit. Now next we have Jigs, Jigglypuff, ult Jigs.
Yeah, this is ultimate Jig. Yeah, how about there? There we go.
We go.
That looks a little better.
Now next, who do we actually have? Continuing the trend of Smash 4 characters, I will have Bayonetta.
Everyone's here. The whole like upper mid, it's like a bunch of Brawl and Smash 4 characters. Right. Pretty funny.
Not the ult ones. Poor ult characters. So, Bayo, I feel like a lot of people kind of downplay Bayo, but I feel like she still has really good edge guarding, really good camping tools.
Yep.
Her damage output is actually insane.
Yeah, you can still get a lot of like 50% combos fairly easily, even with SDI. So like Bayo's combos got nerfed, but at the same time, SDI in itself got nerfed. So you can only get one input of SDI every 4 frames.
Yes.
So it's pretty much a cap.
Hits you.
It's a cap.
She hits you no matter what. There's like not as much escape as there was, but there's also not as much killing as there was, which is the big deal as to why she's not like crazy good and why people can get frustrated playing her.
Dude, if they made her up air kill, this character would probably be top tier.
Yes.
Like, super serious.
Because you can't do anything about the combos. Like, the combos still pull you all the way to the top blast zone.
Right. But since the up air doesn't kill, she has to pretty much set up edge guard situations or get a tipper back air.
Yes.
So that's where the problem is. But her edge guarding is very good still.
You still have Witch Time for kills later on.
Yeah, Witch Time definitely got hit, but still a usable move. And, I mean, she did get like mostly nerfed, but her smash attacks are now like essentially sword moves.
Yes.
So that's like a pretty decent buff. But overall, definitely got knocked down from Smash 4, but still a like relevant part of the metagame. Like you can still lose to this character in tournament for sure.
Yes. Like super scary. So next we'll have another Smash 4 character. My boy Cloud Strife.
Right next to Bayo.
Well, Cloud, I feel like he just has no representation. Like, I feel like there's Spargo.
Right. Yeah. in terms of top level, Spargo is like really the only one making
waves.
Yeah, making waves with this character. But it's just, in my opinion, it's just really hard in a game where like directional air dodge does give him more mix-ups in terms of recovery, but man, the off stages can be rough, just the off stage, and then the 2-framing aspect. There's like so many characters that can like throw out moves right by the edge that are low risk that can take your stock.
Yes, and like in this game when you get 2-framed, you don't get your jump back.
Yeah.
So if you 2-frame Cloud after he double jumps, he's just dead.
Done.
And limit only lasting 15 seconds. Like, he's a little worse in this game, but up he had a shield amazing.
Yeah.
Aerial's amazing. Like he has very like a well-rounded kit. I actually think it's hard for him to kill in this game.
Like Bear and Fair are like pretty solid options, and he still has like some limit options throughout, but he can't hold on to it forever and stuff like that. So like Cloud can be in a position where he does like struggle to land the hit, but most of the hits you're going for are like pretty safe.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the one
That's the
saving
trade-off,
grace.
yeah.
So it's like all these like hit boxes you're throwing out like Bear Fair are like pretty safe. And even like I've seen a lot of clouds that like go for down air 2 frames. That move is like the hitbox, the initial is gigantic. It's so good for 2 framing. So I've seen like clouds get like early stocks like that. They just like throw out the down air right by the ledge, and it has very little lag like most arrows do in this game. So you can usually like still get a ledge trap even if you miss.
Character. I think he'll have more stuff to come. It's like he can be like quote unquote figured out, especially like we had to fight against a harder cloud, but he still fits into the game very well. His transition was very smooth.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought he was way worse because he got the Ristamundo Nair.
Yeah, Nair got messed up.
But he has a lot of other options in this game, which make him still pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
Next up, we have yet another Smash 4 top tier.
It's your girl.
Sheik. Now, I don't expect anyone to agree with me on this ever. I think I've had Sheik in high tier for like the past couple months, but you know, lack of damage per hit, lack of like super easy like kill setups make it so where you can struggle a lot with Sheik. But she's good. I don't really know what to say.
Really good frame data. She's almost like Fox in a way, and not like exactly like Fox, but more like she's a very reset based character.
Yes.
Where like you don't have a ton of like super true combos like Fox. Like Fox has his up air strings, but aside from that, when he's like doing the Nair dash attack stuff, if you DI it correctly, it's usually a lot of like little soft resets where it's like, okay, is the Fox gonna like go for a parry here and extend, or read the air dodge here and extend? And I feel like Sheik's kind of like that. You get like this 20% fair string or something, and then there's like a soft reset, and then like can you get that soft reset?
Exactly.
And that's where I think this character can be strong, because if you're really good at those situations, it's really good. Nito's very strong, and then she just has really good edge guarding. So characters with bad recoveries, she's gonna have good matchups against.
Yes, she can probably edge guard everyone in the cast. Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. And that's not something a lot of characters can do. Like her and Bayo are very good at edge guarding. Mm-hmm. Like that's just how it is. I mean, it's obviously like all the other trade-offs is the reason why they're not in top tier. Like they don't have like the wolf down throw dash attack up tilt kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that super guaranteed stuff. But like
there are still situations where you have to hold 50%.
Yeah.
Kill confirms are still being like found out and optimized.
Yeah, this character is also like people
haven't been giving her a shot.
Yeah, like even the first 3 characters here, just in general, I feel like the meta is still underdeveloped for the characters, and that's just because
for this game, like it's such a downgrade.
Right, it's such a downgrade that most top players don't want to commit to it. So it's like these characters are in a weird spot where it's like they could be pretty good, maybe like up the couple notches, but like we don't know yet.
Exactly.
Because there's no top talent pushing these characters. So we'll have to see. Bayo maybe not so, because I know there's a lot of talented Bayo players that are but like for sure Sheik and Cloud for sure. Like those characters metas I think are somewhat underdeveloped, and I think they can be better.
So next we'll have another Smash 4 top tier.
Yeah.
Not everyone might agree with that, but top tier.
I definitely think he was top tier.
We'll have Luigi. Now, it took me a very, 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 very long time.
I'm actually pretty salty that
to admit this.
We're admitting this because
he got buffed.
He did get buffed.
That's a big deal.
But it's not like the buff wasn't like it was. It big.
Changes his neutral.
I guess, yeah.
Like if you can just camp Luigi and edge guard him, like it doesn't matter, man.
True.
But neutral with Zaire is really solid.
Yeah.
Grab combos are getting optimized. He's not just hopefully I get the 0 to death and then I didn't get 0 to death, now I have to play the game. The big plus, everybody who watches my stream knows I hate it. Freaking down B being a frame 1 combo breaker.
Frame 2.
It's frame 2 intangibility.
Frame 2 intangibility. Yeah.
That's still too early.
It's very early, yeah. So it's technically faster than his Nair, and he's intangible. So like Nair could trade, but like you can't, like you'll get beat out with down B.
Like I feel like
that's the biggest thing that makes Luigi consistent, because every time you hit him,
you have to have frame tight combos or
you're guessing.
Yes, like pretty good to force your opponent into a guessing game. You force them out of their comfort zone. Like, their autopilot combos are no longer autopilot, and he can destroy you so fast.
Yeah, and even if you SDI the 0 to death,
you still take 50 to 70.
Luigi's are still getting better at just optimizing like 50 to 70, like getting 50 to 70% off of a grab from 0. And then there's down throw up B around mid percents, and then there's down throw tornado at higher percents. So this character wants to grab you at any point of the game. Zaire is like very good in neutral and can confirm into grab.
Yep, which confirms into
everything.
Yeah.
So this character still, in terms of like, he's just glass cannon because his disadvantage is really, really bad. Because bad air mobility, bad recovery. But yeah, I mean, this is a character that I thought was low tier, like at the very beginning.
Garbo.
Really, I thought it was really, really bad. Elegant, shout outs to him. He pushed this character really, really far, and that's just like a perfect example of top talent getting to push a character.
Yes.
And I don't think that necessarily has happened for like Sheik and Cloud yet, but like Luigi is a great example of like the character is getting pushed to its maximum meta. I'm pretty sure there's more things that Elegant can figure out with the character, but he's really like brought this character up.
Yes, exactly.
Tenfold. It's crazy.
So next up, we're gonna have a character who I think a lot of people would be surprised at, but I'm gonna put Piranha Plant. Now, this surprisingly references this tier list. Like, I made this in like February when Plant first dropped. Dude, I'm so glad somebody did well with this character.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it, dude.
You called it, man.
Like, my faith dropped a little bit, but
right. I mean, everyone else was saying.
Nothing happened, and I was like, all right, maybe you're right. But dash attack, amazing zone breaker. Fair, amazing to call out jumps.
Yep.
Ledge trapping with Nutria B, insane.
Nutria B combined with side B.
Yes. Jab, frame 2. It like connects really well.
Yeah, the gentleman sets up into a tech chase.
Yes.
Which we saw, of course, Brood doing, and one of the reasons, like, obviously, like, the reason why he's here is because of Brood's performance. We're able to see Piranha Plant perform at the highest level, and this is another example of just like, there's so many of these characters in mid or upper tier that are like,
they can just get pushed.
They can get pushed up to high tier.
It's
really,
like what we were saying,
like
the difference between a mid and high tier character in this game is so like negligible. Like, Ken is out there winning tournaments with Sonic.
Yep.
Like, Zaki is still doing incredibly well with DDD. Joker got top 8 at Switch Fest with Samus Ridley.
Yeah, that was insane.
There was a Little Mac that got 13th at an A tier. Like, so many of these characters can just get pushed up here because this game's just incredibly balanced. Like, there are people out there doing work with K-Roll, honestly.
Yeah. And then, I mean, just with Piranha Plant, Spikeball alone, just
that move is
just
DLC.
that singular move
that was DLC.
Is mid tier. Just that move, just the Spikeball itself.
You
like,
mean top tier?
Like, it's a really, really
top
good
tier?
Yeah, it's a top tier move.
Yeah, there we go.
It is very, very good. Obviously, like, you need like most of your moves to be top tier, but yeah,
Spikeball alone is incredibly well.
So good, and it's just such a great ledge trap oriented character, pretty much almost like a super heavy or up there in terms of weight. But yeah, this character is very, very solid, and if you want to see like some really good Piranha Plant, just watch Brood play, and he's
Larry plays him incredible. Here and there on stream.
Yeah, Larry's Piranha Plant is very good as well.
Next, we're gonna have the early game killer, probably one of the best characters when the game started.
I remember everyone was saying this character was top tier because Leo was just
destroyed
spacing
everyone.
So I knew this character was high tier. I remember at Genesis I was talking to Leo and I was like, you know, Ike's high tier, right? And he's like, he knew, but like he just laughed because he knows that like everyone will think the character is broken because he's playing it. And yes, Ike Nair is like a top tier move for sure, but it's just as the meta like progressed and people got better at pairing and things, like obviously the move started to not be as great because that's all he wants pretty much. So, and obviously when Leo's playing him, like
it looks
whenever
ridiculous.
Leo plays a sword character and you're like, wow, this character looks so broken because Leo's like max spacing everything. Well, yeah, like Leo's literally like the best person at spacing in Smash Bros. History. Like this dude's spacing, it doesn't make sense how good his spacing is.
He's so good.
So when you give him a sword character like Ike, and when you give him a move like Nair, he will make the character look broken. But just pretty much bad recovery can make the character inconsistent, and then people got better at parrying and working around Nair, which is like why the character kind of fell off of a lot of people's top tier down to high tier. I still think he's high tier. He's still really
yeah. Like a lot of people would even drop him to mid tier, but he has other stuff outside of Nair. Ike's have been optimizing. Mars has been showing what's up.
Yeah.
Like he's sick.
Yeah, up air is gigantic. Like a lot of his moves are just really
and
good.
He still has Nair.
Yep.
Like it's not gone. It didn't go anywhere. He still has it.
Yep.
So next, we're gonna have a character. I don't know what to think about this character. Like, it'll be Greninja.
Yeah, we haven't seen Leia compete in a while on in a U.S. tournament. Recently, he did well at the Korean tournament. But yeah, this character, Greninja, is a character where it's like if he's able to press buttons, he does really well.
Yeah.
But if
a lot of
you
the
force
times
this,
he's restricted.
Yeah, if you force this character into shield, that's where this character gets really bad because his out of shield options are atrociously bad for a top / high tier. Like they're really bad.
He has to just run.
Like you can't even do like the standard grab, like because your grab's so slow and shield grabbing is already slow. So like unless you're like bearing out of shield on like someone really tall, then nothing's gonna work. So like you have to be able to maneuver around your opponent's hitboxes with your low silhouette hitbox and like just how good your movement is.
Yes.
But there are characters and hitboxes that make that really hard for Greninja. So if Greninja can't play that game, it becomes very difficult.
And then killing can be a problem, but Greninja is a very good soft reset character.
Yeah.
Can react to tech chase situations very well. Up air drag down is pretty consistent. So up air drag down, you can throw out jab. And if your jab blocks, react. If they tech, react.
Very similar to Fox fair drag down. Like just throw out the singular jab, and then it's just like, oh, my jab didn't like jab block, like react to what they do.
Yes. So.
And then dash attack, down tilt setups. This character does have kill setups too, into like the up smash or the forward air.
It's just you can like see the areas where this character struggles, and that's generally not good.
Yeah. He just also lacks like burst aerials. Like
his aerials are slow.
Like
or
usually
small.
Greninja is falling onto you with an aerial.
Yeah.
He's not like rising up into your zone with an aerial. Like
calling
Fox
out jumps in this game is like really good.
Right. So that can be difficult for Greninja, but I mean everything else he's very great at.
Next up, I think people suck at fighting this character.
Okay.
But that's not to take away its character and the player's performances. Duck Hunt.
Yep, Duck Hunt had a very good showing at EVO.
I feel like Duck Hunt had a good showing, like
just period.
Yeah,
but like
everywhere.
particularly EVO, was it
even Umeburo Japan Major? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I know EVO in top 32 there was 2 Duck Hunts.
Right.
And Nintendo from SoCal. So shout out to both of them. And then of course in Japan, I think Japan. I think the EVO performance is more impressive just because in an American meta, usually characters like Duck Hunt don't thrive as hard.
Yeah.
But in a Japan meta,
they'll be a lot
setup
better,
characters will do a lot better. So like just the performance in Japan, and then Nintendo and Raito's performance at EVO. Raito got top 8, and then there was another Duck Hunt Nintendo in top 32 of EVO.
Just shows how good the character is.
Very good character, man.
Character now has recovery mix-ups.
Yep.
Frame 1 can to combo break.
Yep.
Just overall, the character is like really solid in this game.
You still have like 0 to 50 combos if you have the can set up.
Even like, more combos in this game because
the disc
frisbee stuff.
Yeah,
the disc. Yeah.
Yeah, you have the side. I've seen side B set up into like just smash attacks, forward air, another side B, down air. Like this character is just, and like in a game where controlling zone is so strong, like throwing out the down B and having like the neutral B out for like ledge traps, or when you're using it like on the defense when you're recovering, or even like I've seen Duck Hunts like pop a can out right by the ledge when they're trying to recover, and then the opponent just backs off. Or they can like directional air dodge to the can if it's like somewhere in the middle of the stage, and it's like, oh, if you try to catch my landing here, we're trading.
Exactly.
We're gonna trade, which is like what I want. Can kills earlier than Smash 4. So like I've seen Can kill at like 160, 170 now with like some rage. So that's a huge plus.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
overall, this character just got buffed, and like
It's
there's
showing.
already really good players that played.
Yes.
So this character's meta is also getting pushed by Raito as well, just because he's just that top level player, right?
All right. So next, I don't think this character has too much like performance, but I still think the character is really good. Link.
Yeah, this is a character that was actually pretty popular in the very, very early.
Yes.
meta.
Yes. I think a big thing is like, even though you have bomb recovery, the recovery is still
Exploitable.
yes.
Yeah. You can still just hit them out. Like, you know it's coming. They know it's coming.
Exactly.
Like, you're going to try to throw out a hitbox or, like, a killing aerial where they're going to end up. But it's still, like, an option that they have. Like, I've seen people, like, bomb recover, save the double jump kind of thing.
Exactly.
They do
Tech
it, like,
double
very
jump.
high in the air so you can't, like, really hit them. Even just this character's hitbox is very, very solid. Tilts, very, very solid smash attacks. Nair, super, super good move.
Yes. But no combo breaker is a very big deal. No, like Nair is a pretty good like lining option, but there's a reason why he's like up here but not at the top. It's just his options aren't top tier enough.
Yeah, they're almost there.
Yeah.
And then like bomb ledge trapping is like really good. The bomb
Yes.
infinite, apparently like T can do it in
Yes.
tournament. So these are all things that are like very, very strong, but he doesn't have enough of those like very, very strong things to like pierce him up to the top tier.
Exactly. Like,
And this character also has T to represent him. I know T
Yeah.
is like a mix of all the different links, but I've seen T play regular link, and yeah, it's just super good. And it just goes to show that like the other links are still useful for T, because I've seen T use the other links in tournament,
Yes.
Young Link and Toon Link, and in Smash 4 he was pretty much just a solo Link player.
here's the link.
Right, so it's like it kind of goes to show like still like this character, he's still down to use this character, but not for every single matchup.
Yeah,
So it definitely shows that
exactly.
Link, just adult Link, has like certain weaknesses they can't deal with in certain matchups.
I still love how he looks in this game. He looks so nice.
Yeah, beautiful character.
Alright. Next, gonna have the 2D Menace in the 3D world. Game & Watch.
Yeah, Mr.
This,
Game & Watch.
This character is nuts.
This is his best game for sure.
Yes.
He has the best up B out of shield, and I know there's other characters that have frame 3 up Bs, but in terms of like what he gets out of it and how big
Oh yeah,
it
because
is,
he can combo out of it.
Yeah.
The hitbox hits on both sides. If I'm not mistaken.
very far. The firemen that are like boosting him up in the previous games, they used to be win boxes. Now they're hit boxes.
Yes.
So like
hit
that
people.
whole area, like him up being, just imagine the 2 firemen on the side, like they're hit boxes. They hit you, and it's frame 3. You don't have to jump squat. You cannot touch this character shield. It is very, very hard to touch this character shield without getting punished.
And it's pretty easy to set up a situation where he's shielding.
Yeah.
And even if you try to like drop down and grab, you can just pop it.
Yeah, sometimes I see Game & Watches like, oh, you're like remotely close to me in the air.
Up B.
Or, hey, there's a scramble situation, up B. And unlike most characters, they're going to up B, and that's a risk because it's like, oh, I up B, I'm in free fall. But that's another reason why I think Game & Watch has the best up B out of shield, because you can just bop it in scramble situations, and you can still like land with dare, do a directional air dodge, stay on the parachute. Like, you have
Yes.
so many options that it's still a guessing game on like if you're going to catch their landing or not. And down air, you have to respect to a certain degree, because if you're at like 140, 150, you'll die from it.
Yeah.
Like, you'll just die. So it's pretty. This character is very insane.
Hard to gimp.
Yep, one of the best recoveries in the game.
Down B reflex now.
Yep.
But I think this character can just have struggles killing sometimes.
The main, I remember talking to the Buzz about Game & Watch, and he said the main thing that for Game & Watch, like, he's good, but he doesn't have a very super consistent matchup spread, because any character that outranges / out like powers him, like you have more strength in the character,
Yes.
your kill power is better than Game & Watch, which is like not a hard thing to do. Like,
Yeah,
having
exactly.
more, it's like having those two things in combination.
And Game & Watch is also light.
Right.
The
So it's
guy's
like
really-
if you outrange him plus you outstrengthen him or just outpower him through like your kill moves, you can just kill him pretty early and then play very safe. If you can essentially pressure his shield without worrying about getting upbeat, that's a humongous plus. There are characters that can do it, and this character just like it can get really frustrating for Game & Watch because he doesn't really get anything out of grab besides down throw 9. He can down throw 9 at like
he has like
20 to 30. Yeah, like sub 50. Yeah, sub 50. You can get like, but you're not gonna die from any grab.
Yeah.
So it's like
at
for the most part,
I just hold shield.
Yeah, you can just hold shield and you won't die. Obviously, he can grab you and put you in a bad spot and then try to kill you.
But that's fine.
But yeah, I mean that's where this character's weaknesses lie.
So next up, a character. This is funny. These are the 2 characters that eliminated me from Evo, actually. Yoshi.
Yeah.
Yoshi is it's weird. I feel like this character doesn't get talked about, and there's always like top 32 representation from Yoshi's.
Yes, this character is very good. Again, I think this is his best game, but that's kind of like for a lot of characters, just because this game's so balanced. But this character has the best shield in the game. So in a game where
poke it.
Yeah, you cannot poke his shield.
Why don't I play this character?
You cannot poke his shield. Dude. Yes. Oh yeah, you hate getting shield. Like literally, shield poking so prominent in this game. There's even characters with just like horrible shields. Like I think Fox has a bad shield. Pichu has a bad shield. Olimar actually has like the worst shield. Yeah. So it's like getting shield pokes a very common thing in this game, and everyone wants to fling out their aerials. Like, so it's like,
and not only that, Yoshi has such good auto shield options.
Right. So in previous iterations, you could not jump out of Yoshi's shield because it was unshield pokeable. So I guess Nintendo.
That was in like what, Melee?
Melee and Brawl, I believe.
You couldn't jump out of shield in Brawl.
I don't think you could jump out of shield with Yoshi and Brawl. I could be mistaken on that, but I know for sure Melee. You can't jump out of shield.
Really?
Pretty sure, yeah.
I mean, in that game, like drop shield was pretty good, or like better than currently.
Right. So, pretty much, now you're able to like jump out of shield, which is a really, really big deal. So, you have the best shield in the game, and you can jump, and you have a frame 3 nair. So you have a frame 7 option, just boom, or no, frame 6. Frame 6 option, just because your jump squat's 3, and then your nair is 3. It hits very low. Like Yoshi's nair hits very low to the ground.
It's a giant boot.
And like you can punish like even short characters that cross you up, just bop the nair.
Because a lot of up air out of shield.
Yep, for cross ups. Like this character has very good out of shield options, has the best shield in the game.
Frame 1 combo breaker.
Yep, and they buffed the armor. So before it was just a set amount of knockback and you would get knocked out of your double jump armor. Now it's just a negative modifier. So if you exceed the amount of knockback to get Yoshi out of the jump, it'll just minus X amount of knockback. So you'll see like somebody comboing Yoshi, and then like all of a sudden they'll get hit by a really strong move, but Yoshi like doesn't really get sent anywhere. That's because Yoshi was spamming jump, and then they got hit by the move, and then it just minus X amount of knockback. Wow. So you have a frame 1 out. It's not as good as like Grenade or Can, but if you have a frame 1 out, really good, a frame 1 or a frame 2 out in this game, it is a very, very good thing to have. And this character has it, is very heavy. Solid. You still have egg confirms. You have down tilt check chases. Recovery got buffed. If you jump with if you up B right after you jump, you get like a half of a jump. So this character got a ton of upgrades. Back air kills now. That move used to be a meme.
You can do back air 1 into other moves.
Dude, yeah, you can back air 1 into confirms. You can back air drag down into like tech chase or jab lock confirms. Like this character has so much stuff. And is very, very good. Still loses to like disjoints, sword characters and stuff. Yeah. But like still a very relevant part of the metagame.
So next up, we're gonna have a character that's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Pretty good potential. You know that word, potential.
Yeah, potential.
We have Ken Masters.
Yeah, this character is very deadly. It can kill you at absurdly early percents if you have bad DI. I mean, it can still kill you like with rage off like solid confirms at like 60 or 70 still. But I mean, we saw the performance from Riddles at SmashCon.
Yes, that's the main one that put eyes on Ken.
Right, and of course all the other solo Ken mains out there doing it big. This character is definitely on the come up. Definitely still getting optimized. It's a very hard character to play.
Yes.
All your combos are going to be pretty
You need to understand
difficult.
the soft reset scenarios, which is what makes this character very strong.
Yep.
Just combo into Tatsu and to guessing game. Like, what are you going to do? And I think a big negative, I feel like this character can have pretty bad matchups.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm sure Rosa probably said is really good versus Shotos.
Any like character that
Rat.
has very good multi-hit moves
Yeah.
are going to mess up focus, and
That's
is their frame one out.
disadvantage.
Their frame one out.
I don't think it's frame 1.
It's frame 1.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's just no way.
Yeah, it's frame 1.
Alright, you keep explaining.
So yeah, I mean, this character can anti-air with Shoryuken, like, and another scary thing about this character is, at least in Smash 4, Ryu, you could like run away from the character, but Ken is very quick, so it's very hard to camp this character just because of how fast he is on the ground. And since his Tatsu is like a gap closer and it makes a soft set situation when he connects it and you're just right next to each other, that's better than like Ryu's Tatsu in a sense. Like Ryu's Tatsu is better for killing, but Ken's Tatsu is better for like, oh, I want to create a situation where we're right next to each other. So yeah.
He was right. He was right.
It comes out on frame 1. It's I know. I tend to study characters I have a burning passion for, like Ken.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow, that's so good.
Yes.
That's so good.
It's very good.
Yeah. Makes me think even better of this character.
Yeah. I mean, and then we've been praising these frame 1 outs, right? Frame 1,
Yes.
frame 2 outs, like Luigi,
Very,
Yoshi,
very
Ken.
good.
Like they're all so good. And you like having that option in this game is very, very important.